the forbidden fruit, but the Lord God warned him, "You may freely eat the fruit of every tree in the garden, except the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you eat its fruit, you are sure to die." Genesis 2 verses 16 and 17. The serpent was the shrewdest of all the wild animals the Lord God had made. One day, he asked the woman, "Did God really say you must not eat the fruit from any of the trees in the garden?" "Of course, we may eat fruit from the trees in the garden." The woman replied, "It's only the fruit from the tree in the middle of the garden that we are not allowed to eat. God said, you must not eat it or even touch it. If you do, you will die." "You won't die." The serpent replied to the woman, "God knows that your eyes will be opened as soon as you eat it, and you will be like God, knowing both good and evil." The woman was convinced. She saw that the tree was beautiful and its fruit looked delicious, and she wanted the wisdom it would give her. So she took some of the fruit and ate it. Then she gave some to her husband, who was with her, and he ate it too. Genesis 3 verses 1 to 6. "For you are the children of your father, the devil, and you love to do the evil things he does. He was a murderer from the beginning. He has always hated the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he lies, it is consistent with his character, for he is a liar and the father of lies." John 8 verse 44. Compare the words of God's commandment to Adam with the serpent's words to the woman. What are the differences between the speeches, and what is the meaning of these differences? Note the parallels between God's conversation with Adam, Genesis 2 verses 16 and 17, and Eve's conversation with the serpent. It is as if the serpent has now replaced God and knows even better than he does. At first, he merely asked a question, implying that the woman had, perhaps, misunderstood God. But then Satan openly questioned God's intentions and even contradicted him. Satan's attack concerns two issues: death and the knowledge of good and evil. While God clearly and emphatically stated that their death would be certain, Genesis 2 verse 17, Satan said that, on the contrary, they wouldn't die, all but implying that humans were immortal, Genesis 3 verse 4. While God forbade Adam to eat from the fruit, Genesis 2 verse 17, Satan encouraged them to eat the fruit, because by eating of it they would be like God, Genesis 3 verse 5. Satan's two arguments, immortality and being like God, convinced Eve to eat the fruit. It is troubling that as soon as the woman decided to disobey God and eat the forbidden fruit, she behaved as if God were no longer present and had been replaced by herself. The biblical text alludes to this shift of personality. Eve uses God's language. Eve's evaluation of the forbidden fruit, saw that, was good. Genesis 3 verse 6, reminds of God's evaluation of his creation, saw that it was good. Genesis 1 verse 4. These two temptations, that of being immortal and of being like God, are at the root of the idea of immortality in ancient Egyptian and Greek religions. The desire for immortality, which they believed was a divine attribute, obliged these people to seek divine status as well. In order, they hoped, to acquire immortality. Surreptitiously, this way of thinking infiltrated Jewish Christian cultures and has given birth to the belief in the immortality of the soul, which exists even today in many churches. Think of all the beliefs out there today that teach there is something inherently immortal in all of us. How does our understanding of human nature and the state of the dead provide us such powerful protection against this dangerous deception?